So it's time to get the homepage of your website done, eh? But you are stuck, I imagine, because or you're overwhelmed by all the optionality that we can use, or maybe you're just staring at a blank screen, not knowing what you should do, like where should I start, and which content should I use, which information, and then how should I structure it, and how do I differentiate myself from others? All these questions are very relevant, and you will have a clear answer now. By the end of this video, you will learn everything you need, and you will have the clarity to build that website that will bring you more clients. To guide you there, we're gonna divide the topic in three aspects. The first is how to think when building that homepage. Then it's gonna be about how to structure it, looking at the actual structure, and then looking at some real life example. So you're gonna see from the best in the game. And by the end, you will also get the template. So you will have this easy to use, proven template that is gonna make your life a lot easier. So when building your homepage, there are some guiding principles that you want to follow no matter what decision you are gonna make. And the most important one is that people only care about what you can do for them. They only care about if and how you can help them achieve what they want. What are you doing with your website, your homepage, your marketing in general is building a promise. You are promising them that with your solution, you will able to solve the problem they are facing. How this translates in your homepage is that how you write is keeping them always top of mind. You write for them. You don't brag about yourself. You don't talk saying I, we in your website. We are the best company. No, you lead with the words they want to hear from you. Then another principle that is shockingly important, I don't know why no one is talking about it, is that people don't read. They skim. This means they are scanning the content. They are looking for some information and they are not reading every words. Only less than 20% of people, I think, read every words. How this translates in how you write? You want to have like easy to digest sections, okay? This means clear space, clear font, and like big text, and especially bullet points. Why bullet points? Because they're very easy to understand. Even if you skim there, it seems very concise, all the information you need. I think if you think of how you behave on website and you start to look on how you behave on new website though, not the one you already know, you can see how this plays out. Another aspect I want you to remember is that people are very busy, and even if they're not, they get distracted very easily. This means that please put your best information on top, okay? The first thing you say, because you don't know how long people are gonna stay. People stay, just a few seconds, and as you know now, they don't even read everything. So just use those few seconds you have the best you can. And then the last one is that people want reviews. People want other people to tell them how good you are. They need this add credibility to you, and they need this trust to believe in you. So especially now that many services, a few companies are really making something completely new. If you're offering something that already other people are offering, just show that other people already trusted you. Show that you are the real deal. This is extremely important. And yeah, actually there are other aspects that are worth considering, and you might want to check them out. I leave a video in the description for later. And now let's get into the actual structure. So the first section is the hero section. This is the most important one because it's where they're gonna land. It's the first section they see. It's always divided in two areas. One is the text called headline and sub-headline. So here you want to say how you can help them. This is because at the end, what a visitor is looking for is just for you to answer 4 questions for them. Like, what are you about? How can you help me? Why should I trust you? And how can I work with you? After the text, you always want a call to action. A call to action is just a button. It's the natural next step people should take after reading this. This is the most important conversion you want. So what is your goal? Always keep it in mind. Like, do you need a call? Do you want them to fill out a form? Do you want to pay? Do you want to visit another page, more specific? Just write that down, an actionable step. Yeah, make it very big, because if you think about it, it's the most important thing on the page. Then you are going to accompany your text with an image or a video. And here it can be done in many ways, but the only thing to keep in mind is that you just want to visually represent how they're gonna feel, what they're gonna get, keeping the result in mind. So don't show how your product is inside, but show how they're gonna feel, show the end result if you can. Then after the hero section, we have the brief review section. I want this to stay on top because it's very important that people believe in what you say. This immediately adds credibility to whatever you have to say after, and it's very brief, so people can just scroll down. Then the next section is going to be about the services you offer. This means the different ways you can help. And if you can, you want to have images instead of icons. This is because whenever you can, you want to show instead of telling, because images are more representing of what do you want to sell. That's why. Actually, this section makes sense now only if it's already well known the services you offer, because if instead the problem you're solving, your product, your service is not so common, I suggest you to have another section on top where before you address their need, you completely address like what's their desired outcome, what the problem they want to solve, and then you position yourself as the best solution to solve it. Okay, and then you explain. The next section is going to be about explaining why you are different. Here, again, the image is a visual representation of why you are different. You will know this better than me. In this section, I want to explain why to choose you. What is your unique twist? Why people should come to you instead of others? And a good way to show this is by showing the results or benefits. And especially here, I have a tip for you that is going to help you to write more clearly and easily. You should write about the benefit of your product. I explain myself. Imagine I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher and I'm teaching Italian. With me, what is the benefit of my product, of my service? You can learn a new language. It's okay writing about this, it's not bad, but you know what is better? Think about this. What is the benefit of learning a new language? For example, I can travel the world thanks to this. For example, I have more career possibilities because I can be hired everywhere in the world, even internationally. This is the benefit of the benefit. This is the best to write about here. And then we have the successful stories section where you just want to talk about what your customers are saying about you. Put the best reviews here, not fluffy reviews. You want to be like, the real reason people come to you, what they say to you, why even they secretly think and they only said to you in private. This is what you want. Because it can even be screenshot, for example, because the more you keep it real, the better. People just want to trust you. This section is the section of why should I trust you? Then in the next section, you have an alternative title or headline to entice people to act, because if people maybe they weren't hooked by your beginning hero section, you can have another call to action later with again the button. So always an image is a visual representation and always is going to help. This is the best way to do it. Otherwise, if you need, instead of a button, maybe you want to have immediately the form. Where do you want, this is just a copy example, whatever they need, and they just fill the form. But if instead the call to action you want is different, you just completely avoid this section. Another section you want to use, if relevant, is the frequently asked questions. Here, you want to put, all the questions you get all the time. In this way, you achieve two things. First of all, you save yourself time, and also your visitors' time. And second, if you think about it, you are removing barriers that might prevent them to take the action you want. You are proactively finding a solution for a potential insecurity that they might have, so they might be more ready to get what you want. A final mention to the navigation. extremely important. As you see, while I scroll from a desktop, this stays on top. So whenever I can, if I want, I have the call to action button on the right, and I make sure that when I hover, something happens, so the person understands that, you know, you are almost about to click, basically. There is an action happening. You always want to logo on the left, because this is just best practice. And here you have the most important links. Not only the categories, you know, not the subcategories. If they want that, they're gonna be inside this menu, but not here on top. Don't fill it with too many information. Keep it clear, simple, concise, easy to navigate. Here, this one, as we can see, is very clear and beautiful. It's consistent with the colors. Only the buttons are a very different color. This is important. And then we go to the text. Here the headline is clear. As you see, it's focused on the person. It's not focused on what we do. It's focused on how can you get better thanks to me. You see? And the image focus on the result with some sneak peek of what's inside, you know, like even enticing curiosity. The navigation is clear. As you see, when I hover, ready that something happens, only the most important aspect, and then the call to action. Then let's go to the next section. Here they show, this is the services section basically, like what you can get with them. And here they explain what you see, like avoid burnout, you know, what you get thanks to them. If we had to guess, you are probably, you see, they are trying to understand their situation. And then they explain the feature of what they have and how they can help you. Again, the benefits, you know, make it easy for families. And the why us section, so why them and not anyone else. So then reviews and why you should trust them, adding credibility to them. And then how the process works. Other reviews, and that's it. If you want a clear step-by-step blueprint of how to make the home page, you can check out the PDF, and here there is everything and even some more suggestions. And let me give you the last tip. When you finish the home page, go next to someone in real life. Say to them to go to the website, just sit down next to them and watch them going through the website without saying anything. You will see how they behave on it, and then we'll ask questions and adapt on it. This is a trick every very good marketer uses. Go get the website done.